Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Ramsey. It's now mandatory for aged care workers in Victoria to receive Covid-19 vaccinations. It's after two staff who tested positive in Melbourne had been allowed to work in multiple centres despite not being vaccinated. Shadow Aged Care Minister Claire O'Neill says the federal government is to blame for failing to make vaccinations mandatory months ago.
I just cannot believe that Scott Morrison and a range of decisions that he has made have led us to this point again, where we're now seeing again COVID in nursing homes.
Meantime, Victorians are bracing for the 7-day COVID-19 lockdown to be extended. There's now more than 300 exposure sites in Melbourne. Chief Health Officer Brett Sutton says it's too early to make a decision.
We don't know what will unfold over coming days. We've said that all the way through, and we interrogate the data very deeply on a day-by-day basis.
Naomi Osaka has officially withdrawn from the French Open. The Japanese tennis star had been fined by Grand Slam organisers after she boycotted media conferences. Osaka made the decision due to mental health issues and has now walked from the competition. And talks between Prime Ministers Scott Morrison and Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand have led to a joint approach to future relations with China. Michael Shoebridge from the Australian Strategic Policy Institute says the two countries have similar concerns about China's growing influence in the Pacific.
They had a very common position on Hong Kong and on the South China Sea, and New Zealand is supporting Australia's case against China around Bali at the World Trade Organisation.
To sport, rugby league great Steve Mortimer has revealed that he's suffering dementia. The former Canterbury half says playing football had a major impact on his health. Former Queensland half Jonathan Thurston has welcomed the decision to move State of Origin Game 1 to Townsville after the MCG was abandoned due to the COVID outbreak in Victoria.
To be able to take it to a regional centre in North Queensland, they love their footy up there and they'll come out from everywhere to come and watch this game.
And in AFL, the Sydney Swans are still waiting to hear where they'll play St Kilda this weekend after COVID forced the cancellation of a trip to Cairns. In entertainment news, Jennifer Aniston says her return to the Friends set was a sucker punch in the heart. She says the reunion show was a lot more emotional than she expected, with the whole team catching up 17 years after the show ended. She says they even got tears out of Courtney Cox. And Rebel Wilson has dropped close to 30 kilos, saying she wishes she'd done it sooner. The Pitch Perfect star has told InStyle magazine she wishes she had started at 30 instead of 40, but insists that it's proof it's never too late to make a change. That's your latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.